Welcome to my channel. I've been presenting the Gospel Message series, and last time I was talking about Gospel Message Series 6, which was titled Holding the Truth in the Soul. And we as Christians, and even those of us who are non-believers, we know of the words of God, and we know what truth is, we know what righteousness is, and so forth. But knowing these things, knowing what the truth is, knowing what is right, knowing what's wrong, and so forth, we had to decide in our person which one we're going to choose to apply in our daily living. Do we go with unrighteousness? Do we not pay attention to the Word of God, and so forth? And so it's a question of holding the truth in the soul. Maybe we know the truth, and we may have it in our souls, but are we applying it to our daily living? I had to ask myself that all the time, because I make mistakes, and I have to ask the Lord to forgive me. I'm not perfect, and so forth. So I'm in the same boat as everyone else. I mean, we either decide to go with all of the desires of the world and so forth. We go with the Word of God, apply that in our lives, and so forth. I read John chapter 8, verse 32. I quote, "And ye know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." I mean, it's just that simple. The truth will make you free. It also will give you wisdom in your life, and so forth. I know this for a fact in my own life, because for years the Lord's been helping me, I believe, and know, because I've turned my life over to Him, how I run my daily life. And so forth. But when we go astray, we get into all problems with ourselves and so forth. I know this too for myself, and we had to ask the Lord to forgive us our sins, our mistakes, and so forth. And but anyway, I read that the cross-reference to John chapter 8, verse 32 is Romans chapter 6, verse 14. Now, a lot of this has got to do with the infirmities of our soul, especially in men and so forth, I would say at times. And I know that because of the way I was when I was a younger person, and the things that get into a man's mind at times, and we had to put our mind in check and so forth. I mean, with anybody, it's with anybody. We had to adhere to the Word of God and what truth is. And a lot of times we're not doing that. And I know the world is not doing that. I mean, if we listen to the world, we go, if you go with everything they're doing, then that will destroy your soul, if you ask me, and so forth. But that's why I wanted to come up with these titles and in my gospel message series and all of these. I wrote all of this stuff, and prayer was rendered to come up with these gospel message series. And the music, I've been absent for a while and so forth, and there was a tragedy in my family and so forth, and I've been getting over that, and I'm getting better. It's a long story, but that's got something to do why I haven't come along with more gospel series, because of tragedy in the family and so forth, my family and so forth. But I must go on with what I'm doing here on this channel, and I've been giving it time for people to listen to the material, gospel music I've been creating and so forth. All of this is, I've written all this material. But anyway, I want to thank you for tuning in today, Gospel Message Series. I hope to see you again. My name is Brother Ronnie. Have a good day. See you again.